Everybody needs an opportunity to work and a chance to make a difference.
Not having a job is, I think, is pretty much being the bottom of the barrel.
It's very difficult to get employers to consider hiring people with disabilities because a lot of the time they still focus on the disability, not the ability.
Oftentimes, when our seniors come to us for our program, they come to us as a last resort. They've been looking for a job, searching for a job for sometimes several months. We've even heard of several years.
The most striking thing that I've learned is that you, with a brain injury, can actually lose the knowledge that you gained through your life, the memories, the education.
Goodwill's retail stores provide unique and affordable merchandise to a steadily growing consumer base in New Mexico. People often think of our retail stores when they think of Goodwill, but our passion is to transform the lives of New Mexicans through the power of work. Goodwill Industries of New Mexico has connected thousands of people to employers in communities throughout the state. Founded in a small Albuquerque storehouse in 1941, Goodwill Industries of New Mexico gradually expanded to 11 retail stores with donation centers and employment services all over our state. We serve single mothers, seniors, the homeless, workers with language barriers, persons with disabilities, displaced homemakers, veterans, persons with brain injuries, persons with criminal records, persons who have difficulty interviewing or who lack sufficient education, and many others who want to change their lives.
I'm having fun.
Oh, good.
My name is Grace Silva, and I am at this point 90 years old. Next month I'll be 91.
CSEP stands for Senior Community Service Employment Program. It's a program that we have through the Department of Labor, and it's a grant-funded program, and we provide training to low-income seniors to help them become more employable. Grace, she's a real motivator for our other seniors. She's training with the Social Security Administration doing clerical work.
I have files to take care of, and I alphabetize everything, and then I put them in folders. Sometimes I can help send some letters out. There's people that can't speak English, so I help them interpret, into English. My children are all gone, so if I didn't have this little job, I would be here feeling sorry for myself. It keeps my mind going, and like I say, I'll be 91 in January. All the people at Social Security are very, very nice, and the girls from Goodwill, whenever they come over, they make me feel great. They make me feel like I'm doing something good, and they make me feel good about myself. Otherwise, like I say, I don't know what I'd be doing. Maybe just nothing. People seem to be very kind wherever I help, and so that makes me happy, It makes me very happy to know that I can help a little bit.
Ivor came to Goodwill through the Transitional Employment Program, which is a program to assess people's ability, kind of where they're at, determine what skills they have and don't have and what we need to work on, such as learning how to open up and talk with people, how to communicate his needs, his likes, his dislikes, those type of things. Ivor was in this program for about a year or two prior to going into our job development program, which then assisted him in finding employment at OGB.
I like working here.
But when you get to do other stuff like spraying,
yeah,
sanding?
Spray and sanding, learning new things.
Ivor mainly sweeps up. He empties the dust collectors and does other odds and ends when we can use him. He sands countertops. He sprays contact cement to put countertops together, little stuff like that. He was a lot more closed up. He wouldn't talk to us. He just kind of minded his own, and now he interacts with us a lot more. We play and stuff, and he's grown on us, and I'm sure we've grown on him. He really enjoys being here with us.
Hearing the stories from the gentleman he works with, it's amazing to hear how he's blossomed, how he talks with them, how he goes out with them, how they pick him up, and he has a social life now because the guys pick him up and take him. And it's just awesome to see Ivor out there doing what we all do in our 20s.
It's fun to work here. Yeah, come to be friends.
At this current time, he's no longer in a Goodwill program. He's 100% over there with no supports. He has natural supports, which are the gentlemen that he works with, and he's doing wonderful, and that's a great success.
Well, the Traumatic Brain Injury Program is a state-funded program. This is the only crisis program for people with traumatic brain injury in the state of New Mexico. The need is great.
Before I was hit by a drunk driver, I was a teacher and instructor. I had taught elementary school, and then I worked for UNM going around training teachers around the state. And then I also was working as a reporter at Channel 13.
People with traumatic brain injury suffer in a lot of different ways. Loss of income, loss of dignity, loss of self.
I didn't know anything about head injury, and I didn't know what it had done to me. I just thought for some reason I had suddenly gone crazy. Couldn't drive, and I'd lose things and I'd get lost. I had been a reporter in Albuquerque, and then I couldn't find my way to my own apartment.
When we first met Marcy, her house was a total disaster, really. No how else to say it. She was also incredibly depressed. I think partially because she had lost her job and her earning ability. So her quality of life had diminished quite a bit.
I was so low that there were many, many days when I would think, I don't want to live. I don't want to live this life. This is just a shell of a life. It wasn't fair. I had been a really good teacher. I had been Teacher of the Year for the state one time. And I had been really good at it. And I had a lot of students that loved me and long waiting lists for my classes. And now I was this funny, tragic figure who sometimes could perform and many times couldn't. And I just started getting to where I was very isolated.
We sent in a life skills coach who helped her to organize her life and to get rid of much of the stuff, much of the clutter that she didn't need, and it was creating the hazard in her home.
One of the weird side effects of my kind of brain injury is that I collect cardboard. It's so weird, but it's really hard to make myself throw away cardboard.
I thought that more than likely she would receive Social Security disability benefits that she had earned from working all the years.
He arranged an appointment at the Social Security office. He reminded me 47 times, we have to go there, and he went with me and sat there. And it's real hard to do a very extended talk with somebody because I get distracted and rambly and stuff.
After several months, almost a year really, of going through the process with her, she was awarded the Social Security disability benefits that she had earned, which really had a huge positive impact on her life.
What Goodwill and Social Security through Goodwill's efforts has done for me is make it so that my house is a studio. I could sew before, but I was busy teaching and I didn't think of myself as an artist. And now I think I'm an artist. Goodwill changed my life from just unrelenting despair to a life that's different but has quality, has beauty, and it's worth living.
Well, Pedro was actually involved with 2 different programs with me, both of which fall under the Pathways umbrella. The first one is Pathways to Self-Sufficiency, which is a job development program here at Goodwill for individuals who are homeless. And the second program that he has participated in is called Pathways to Homes.
I used to sleep in the little wooded area by the freeway or some parks. On the cold nights, I'd sleep in the emergency room, waiting room, pretending like I was waiting for somebody. I lost my job in my apartment, so I had to start from scratch. I didn't even really have a phone number for anybody to call me back for a job interview.
Well, there's actually a lot of different things that I helped him out with. The first one that I believe is the most important is developing some self-confidence.
It was an opening when I came in for one of my appointments one day, and I qualified for it, so I applied for it.
He was elated when he got the interview set up and got hired. He started doing processing, and then he went into donations, and now he's got a lead position, and he also is licensed to operate a forklift. So he's doing that, and he's also doing a little bit of training with new people that come in.
Go down. I like it. It's challenging. You know, it's never slow. The days go by real quick. The people are all great. Everybody's like our crew is like a big family. Going from working in the theater and things I used to do to being down and out on the streets kind of takes a lot away from a person. You know, but I was able to I have my own apartment again. I have a job. And, you know, they gave me my dignity back. Well, there's a lot of people that need a second chance in this life. Like, for instance, like me, I had to spend a little time in jail. You know, nobody wants to give a person like that a chance for employment or for an apartment or anything like that anymore. That's why there's so many homeless people. And Goodwill helps people get back on their feet and feel good about themselves again.
I came here having a big barrier in life, finding a job. That was my barrier. Because I've had a year in prison for a charge of forgery, then I could not find, of course, the type of work that I've always done, which was my education is in accounting and bookkeeping. So I had to lower my pride and just take whatever job I can get. I found it was difficult to even do work as a maid because of my background. I was living in a shelter. I lost my vehicle, I lost my self-respect, I lost everything. I had no job, I had no vehicle. I was newly back into the community, and I caught the bus every day in the hot heat, not knowing the city at all. So that's why I came to Goodwill.
Angela is in the job development program here at Goodwill. It is very difficult for someone coming out of, jail to look for employment. So when they come to us, they need a lot of encouragement.
My job developer was very, very close working with me. She would meet me wherever it was convenient. She always made time to see me and to listen to me. Finally, she said, there's a job here at our corporate offices here in Goodwill that I really think you would be great for. Thank you for calling Goodwill. This is Angela. How may I help you? My title is a receptionist, but I look at it as something beyond that, because not only do I help people coming in, I'm the person they first see. Some are crying, I need employment. Some are devastated, I'm about to get kicked out, or I have been in prison the last 10 years. I know what they're feeling. They're embarrassed. They are scared because they feel like this is their last hope. If Goodwill doesn't help them, who will? And to be able to say to them, yes, this is the purpose of why Goodwill is here. Goodwill is here to help people with barriers in life. And absolutely, we can help you as well. I feel like I'm helping the community that Goodwill has helped me, and I'm passing that on to other individuals. I've been able to get my own apartment. I now have a vehicle. It's a used vehicle, and I'm very happy to have that. And I have the assurance that the staff here treats me like anyone else. I'd like to say a big thank you to Goodwill for giving me a chance again in life, a second chance, for letting me be able to give the blessings to other people that they have given to me. Let them know that there is hope, and let them know that we are here to help, and that Goodwill does care.
These are a few of the many success stories that Goodwill Industries of New Mexico creates every day. We look forward to continuing to meet the needs of our communities by transforming lives through the power of work.